Okay, this is Business 342, Practice Final, Set 3, problem number 6, using the same table that we used on problem number 5. Okay, and the question, so here's the different states, here's the different probabilities of the states, here's the different stocks in the portfolio. Courtney has a portfolio comprised of 48% stock A, so stock A is 48%, let's put that right there, which is 0.48. Stock B is 21%, 0.21 we'll put, and stock C is 31%, 0.31. What is her expected rate of return if the economy is in a recession? Okay, so they didn't ask you the expected rate of return of this whole portfolio with these different probabilities. They asked you what is her expected rate of return if the economy is in recession. So this is a little bit of a trick question, because at that point you're not even worried about the probability, because it's basically telling you the economy is in recession. You're going to try to find out its expected return. So in this case, if you were trying to do the probability afterwards, there's no need to do it because they're not considering the other probabilities, right? So it's basically 100% probability that you're figuring out the expected return for, because they're saying the economy is in recession. What is the return when the economy is in the recession? Okay, so they give you all the information you need to figure this out, but you just don't use the probability because you're assuming you're in recession. So you just go through and figure it out using the same formula, but it's basically the expected return of the portfolio is the weighted average times the expected return of A and B. So the weight times A times the weight times B, kind of what we did in the other thing to get the portfolio return. But in this case, since there is no probability, you're just considering that it's in recession, you just take the weight of 48% times, let's just put this back up, 0.48 times, now we're just doing recession, so 0.48 times negative 11, 0.21 times 2, 0.31 times 14, you add those all together, and you get negative 0.52%. Okay, like I said, it's a little bit of a trick question, because if you took that 0.52 and multiplied it by 0.1, you'd get a lower number. Obviously, you get 0.052%. Remember, this is a percent, so this is less than 1%, less than negative 1%. I guess it'd be more than negative 1, because negative 1 is less than negative 0.52, but you understand what I'm saying. So just kind of be careful on that. Now you can always look at the different answers too, and that's the only one that matched, but you could still have figured it wrong. But the answer for this one is B, negative 0.52%. And again, that's because when you're only figuring out, when they tell you just consider one state, then it's 100% probability in that case, right? So then it's just, you just take the weighted average of each one of these. The weight times the return, the weight times the return, the weight times the return. You're adding them all together, okay? So that's Business 342, Practice Final, Set 3, problem number 6.